So that is one set. everything set up, I'm gonna keep one always to a display and the other two I'm going to the set. So that's what I'll be doing. And I really enjoy burning this flux core. It's a great asset to knocking out field items, field welding. Just like the flux core is very, very valuable. I think it can actually, save you a lot of time. You can still get the penetration. The only good thing about the 7018, they got more alloy, so it's more flexible. So if it's something that's going to be under extreme conditions, moving and waiting side to side or pulling the tension, the 7018 will give it more flexibility without the possibility of it breaking. I was asked what motion do I use the most. I would say circles and in and out. I use more circle motion than in and out motion when I do anything. When I'm using flux core. Another thing, if you check in the temperature, you got a small gap. It would be easier to pull without burning the metal up. something that necessarily wasn't meant to go the way that you did. So sometimes you have to think outside the box. When you're working on it. I don't know. He's experienced like a drug or something. I just want to give me good penetration. Another good thing is you get all your pieces lined up and tagged up and everything too correctly. The welder is the easiest part, but it's the last part. That's why I always say welding is the last part, because that's the last thing that you actually want to do. Hope everybody having a good Sunday. Everything at the house with family, you know. I'm fine, believe it or family. And I also wanted to show the process of how long it actually takes, because it really don't take that long. Once you get started and start knocking things out. The best thing is you don't get started all the time with procrastinate. And then all we gotta do is start. Plus going in, like a model is like a plus and like a rod. So if you have that in the day, like today it feels good, but it's a little windy, and I opened up the garage to capitalize off of today's breezy day. It feels pretty good, I thought. So having this slow square wire. Without worrying about I got to clean my tip off. know what? One thing I really love about fabrication, man, and one thing I really love about welding and fabrication is that when you creating something, there's not a whole lot of guidelines on how you produce it and how you uh, give it to your customers. When it's a product that's not um, considered to be something like if it was connected to a building or an ocean was involved, but when it's just like a fabrication of stairs, gates, targets, um, welding skids, any other type of idea that you come up with, boxes, garden boxes, hitches, whatever you fabricate. I've learned that there's no limitation on how you can present it as long as you know the product. Like, okay, you make sure the product is tested, you make sure the product is for your customer, then there's no limitation on it. And then another thing about it that, when you're building a team, you have to get people that's on the same page, people that's on the same page. And if you just hire random employees, they just, majority of people, are moved by a check. They just want to get a check that 40, 60 hours, 50 hours or whatever, 20 hours or whatever. And then you have those who actually want to be a part of a movement. And to me, those are not employees. People that actually be a part of the movement is more like members, you know what I mean? So I feel personally that that's why I don't like to use the word employees, because I won't hire any. I'm gonna have members. I'm gonna have contractors, because I want people that know the value of being independent and running a business. When you deal with people that's of the like-minded, then you have less stress and less headache, because they understand the sacrifice of growing a business. They understand it takes money to make money. They understand that when you're building a business, it's not like working a job, because you might not get that 40 hours a week check every week, but you're building a brand that's going to pay you more in the long run. But it's a sacrifice you got to make. So when you're building welding products on your downtime, man, I mean, especially if you got a job and you're trying to find your independence, or even if you got other networking going on and you're trying to find your independence, you can always come up with something to test the market. Some people want to build a lot of a product at first and then test it, and then it don't work and you got all that money invested. Try to just build one. I learned to just come up with one thing and network it a little bit. See if anybody likes it. See if anybody can critique it for you properly. See if anybody say, you know what, I like this, man. You add this to it, I really like it. I get it or whatnot. So I think that it's better to just come up with one. And then and as you come up with that one, come up with how much that one costs to make. Come up with how to duplicate that one. Come up with how to market it and who need that product or that service that you're providing. So I think that that's very important. But overall, it's all in your ability to find that need and to be in your niche, stay in your lane. You know what I mean? I think it's important that we stay in our lane, man. Whatever your lane is, everybody's lane is different. But I think that it's important to find your lane and stay in your lane. I know when if I'm gonna say I'm gonna speak in a sports sense, I would be more of a running back. That's what I was when I played football in high school and in Pee Wee football. I was a running back and I played, safety, but I know I wasn't a receiver. I'm too short for that. You know what I mean? I'm 5'8", 5'9", But at that time I was real short, so I was fast though, so I know my position. So I think that whatever your lane is, critique your lane, get good at your lane, but be willing to invest in others' things. Like critique your lane, know your stuff, do your stuff, and get better and better, and then invest in others. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket, man. So it's good to make products um, on your downtime, so that way you can be able to have multiple sources of income, and you never know what someone might give you a great idea of why you're making that product. They might say, hey man, I need this. If you can make that, can you do this? They might see something you make and have a whole nother adventure. And while you advertising one thing, you come up with another product. So making products are endless, man. It's all about having an open mind and be willing to um, meet a customer need, meet a need in a community, in an area. Find a need, man. Find a need. Find it's people who are willing to come together to make certain things happen. You just got to find those people and present that product to them. And believe it or not, they'll help you keep the lights on. So once you get things started, man, it's easy to keep it going. So I just wanted to take a second to say that I got one more piece to well up real quick, so I'm gonna knock it out. And just pretty much showing you the time. It doesn't take that long to knock it out once you get everything lined up, as you see. So that is my welding done for the day. I'm gonna let those cool off before I actually touch them and start. Let them cool off. I gotta clean them and then I will start painting them. Got some metal I gotta get. I got to build my staircase for the container, man. Lying a lot to you, I'm excited. I've been going through different ideas on how I want to do it. And I think I'm most definitely go with one I can remove, the easy removable one, and one that I can install with a couple people. So I'm gonna be working on that pretty soon, most definitely. I got a better deal on it going out of town. So, and actually, yeah, it's better for me just to go pick up everything at a whole. So that's what I think I'm gonna be doing. Wanted to check in with you today. Do some live welding. I've been trying to kill 3 birds with 1 stone, man. So today has been okay day. And I wanted to get these products done and line out my display unit. So trying to figure out ways to kill several birds with 1 stone. So stay in tune. That's my goal. Check back in with y'all later. Black Phoenix. I'm out.